5 million children face famine. And
5 million children face famine. How is that not a human rights offense? We're steady pointing to other countries about human rights offense. Oh, who still believes this stuff? But our sanctions are causing stuff like this. But we're not human rights abusers. Like, it's no credit. We have no credibility.
An agonizing and painful death, a 500% increase in child marriages and children being sold just so they can survive, and not a
500% increase for survival. They use the what about women? What about these children? You know, the talking point, the war talking point. What about these children? The selectiveness of it's so transparent.
A mention of it, not here, not anywhere. No wall-to-wall TV coverage, no emergency humanitarian response, no special plenaries, not even a mention in this plenary, no Afghani delegations, and no statements. My God, they must be wondering what makes their humanitarian crisis so unimportant. Is it the color of their skin? Is it that they're not white? They're not European, that their problems come from a US gun or a US invasion? Is it that the decision to rob their country's wealth was taken by a despotic US president rather than a Russian one? Because
that is just beautiful. Let me put that back here. That is just hyping me up there. Last line here.
Skin? Is it that they're not white? They're not European, that their problems come from a US gun or a US invasion? Is it that...
Right. When the problems come from a US gun or a US invasion, oh, there's no problem there. The Afghani kids that are starving, that's no problem because the cause of that is the United States. So there must be some just cause to starve over 5 million kids. It's the plague of white innocence. Dr. Kareem Batesh spoke about this in a video, an episode of mine. That, of course, a white country who's killing it, they are doing it for a righteous reason. All right.
Not European, that their problems come from a US gun or a US invasion? Is it that the decision to rob their country's wealth was taken by a despotic US president?
To rob their country of their wealth. Foreign policy, we have to unmask more of this United States foreign policy to more United States citizens. Because what we are being propagandized to believe, some sort of justice or freedom or democracy that can be spread through a gun or a bomb, is absurd. The people who are remaining alive in a country after a war, whose family has been murdered through war, those people are going to go, hey, the people who did this, let's go and mimic their democracy. That makes sense. It's terrible.
rather than a Russian one. Because, my God, all wars are evil and all victims deserve support. And until we get on that page, we have no credibility whatsoever.
That last part, we have no credibility.